in Ukraine and getting him the mandatory title shot against Milwaukee. You know, just like with Golovkin, no one's going to want to fight Usyk unless they're obligated to. So he put that together. Oleksandr went to Poland, beat Milwaukee, became a world champion, and that's how it opened the door then to make the pitch to HBO to get him on the show at the Forum, and that's where my involvement came in as far as bring him on that show, and I think he's going to take that lead and just run with it. The more exposure he gets, the bigger platforms that he's on, I think the better that he'll perform.
How does he feel about being on HBO?
Как ты себя чувствуешь на HBO?
Хорошо, счастливым. Я вообще рад, что HBO меня на этом показывает. Я когда-то, что давно, но меня спросили, типа, вот я там боксирую в Украине, когда вы будете боксировать в Америке. Я говорю, не переживайте, я скоро буду боксировать в Америке, обязательно на HBO.
I'm very happy, of course, to be on the HBO, and I'm very happy HBO showing my bouts. Because a lot of times when I was fighting in Ukraine, a lot of people was asking me, oh, you're fighting here in Ukraine, how about in the United States? Are you going to be fighting in the United States pretty soon? And he says, don't worry about it, I will come. If I'm going to be fighting in the United States, it's going to be on HBO. So, that's a pretty good statement.
For him, how satisfied were you with your performance?
Как доволен ты был своим выступлением в прошлом бою?
Я уже одержал победу, я доволен. Happy. I'm winner.
I want to fight. I want to fight. I'm happy.
Oleksandr, how is your return, the change in your trainer, how has your return to Mr. Lomachenko been?
Just to make it clear, Anatoly Lomachenko is not Oleksandr's trainer. Somebody made a very false statement, and I believe Mr. Bashir did, that he stated Anatoly Lomachenko going to be his trainer. He just had a feeling about what Oleksandr is going back to Anatoly Lomachenko. But that was a completely false statement. His main trainer is Russ Unberg.
Okay. How has your change in training been for you?
Как тебе изменения, какие изменения в твоей подготовке с новым тренером?
Ну, я, если честно, не буду им рассказывать, они все напишут, и он узнает. Есть, естественно, небольшие изменения, но не такие большие, масштабные, потому что мало времени для того, чтобы что-то менять. А вот уже, я думаю, что дай бог, что пройдет удачный поединок, и тогда мы будем что-то новое делать. Сейчас все хорошо.
If I'm going to tell you right now about those changes, you guys are going to write, and my opponent going to know about it. But we're working on it. There is some changes. It's minor changes. It's not the big changes because it's a too short time. We can't make a big changes in a short time. But yes, we're making some changes in that. But everything is going very good.
As a fighter, growing up, who did he style himself after? Because he's very unique, very skillful for a cruiserweight. Cruiserweights don't carry that kind of technique that he has. Who are some of the fighters that he admired that he styled himself after?
Как ты можешь назвать свой стиль бокса? Сейчас как бы в вузерах нет столько много боксеров, у которых есть такой талант, такие преимущества. Как бы ты назвал свой стиль бокса?
USA. Usyk Alexander.
You're one of the top cruiserweights. Do you plan on coming up to heavyweight division?
What did he say?
No, he just say USA, like the United States. USA, it's Usyk. Alexander is like short name Sasha, USA, and his father name is Alexander, so USA.
That's messed up.
This fight is coming up.
I think she has within.
No, he's one of the top. Well, he is a top cruiserweight. Do you plan on coming up to the heavyweight division?
У меня есть планы, естественно, но давайте пока побоксируем здесь. Есть хорошие парни, с которыми, хорошие бойцы, с которыми нужно побоксировать, и потом уже думать о тяжелой, о heavyweight.
Yes, of course they have plans, but let's not talk about that. There is plenty of good guys, champions right now at the cruiserweight division where we can make a good bout.
Мне еще нужно 3 пола.
I need 3 more titles.
3 more.
So being undisputed, before moving on to the...
this upcoming bout with Michael Hunter seems to be a pretty evenly matched fight. What went into the decision to choose this particular guy? And do you know anything about his history?
First of all, it wasn't his decision. The team told you're going to fight him.
Hunter, just so you know, Mohammed, Michael Hunter, you know, with his amateur career and representing the United States, it was someone that HBO had approved and also important, someone who actually agreed to take the fight with Oleksandr. So it worked out, you know, from both sides. And you know, when I ran the name by Agus and Oleksandr, then you know, they had agreed they had no issues with fighting Hunter. But you know, as I mentioned before, it's unusual when you have two, you know, top talented guys so early in their career. They're undefeated, both Olympians fighting each other. So this is kind of a treat, you know, leading off the triple header, having two guys like this fighting each other. You know, both young, both in the prime of their career, and it's going to be a tremendous matchup. We have a lot of respect for Michael Hunter. He comes from a family of boxing, and so he's grown up. We actually had Michael Hunter in Klitschko's training camp as a sparring partner for speed and things like that. So we have a long history with Hunter and a lot of respect for him.
I was surprised by that too, because Hunter's a PBC guy, and him being undefeated in heavyweight, I know, or cruiserweight, I know there's a lot of emphasis of they want to build those guys up. So is he surprised that that he's fighting Hunter, that Hunter went through with the matchup?
I keep telling HBO that I have a good relationship with Al. And,
no, I know. But when I saw like the records and stuff, I was like, oh, that's interesting. So I was wondering if he felt like, oh, that's interesting that he would say yes at this point in his career to fight him.
So what was the question then? Whether
Is he surprised that Hunter agreed to fight him?
Ты был удивлен, что Хантер согласился боксировать?
It's not a surprise, motherfucker.
At the same time, it's a big opportunity for Hunter. You know, if he wins on the 8th, then you know, look, when you're at that point and you have the opportunity to fight on HBO and fight for a world title, it would be kind of silly to turn down an opportunity like that, especially, you know, again, with the cruiserweight division, that you know, someone's not going to want to fight Hunter automatically, you know, unless they're given an opportunity like he's given on HBO. So I think it's a great opportunity for Hunter also.
You a Nate Diaz fan?
They don't like me there.
Yeah, because you said his line. Not surprised, motherfuckers.
Hey Fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps, and if you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you go ahead and do so by clicking right here.